Let's head to the Supreme Court, where they are temporarily blocking a ruling restricting telehealth and mail access to the abortion drug mifepristone. In fact, on Friday, an appeals court in Louisiana reinstated an old requirement mandating abortion pills be dispensed in person, marking a major win for anti-abortion activists. But then after that, the drug maker Danco Laboratories appealed that ruling, arguing that it would cause confusion for patients. NBC News legal analyst Misty Maris joins us now. Misty, I just want to set the scene for our viewers. This is a really big deal. I mean, the last time the Supreme Court took up a case regarding mifepristone, it allowed the pill to remain widely accessible and available across the country. So what happens now?
So, Morgan, the last time the Supreme Court took this up in 2024, the Supreme Court dismissed lawsuits based on a technical issue of legal standing, did not get into the merits about whether or not mifepristone can be distributed via mail and via telemedicine. So the merits of the issue had not been decided. Right now, what we have is an administrative stay, which is very far from clarity on the underlying legal issue. And the immediate next steps are for everybody involved in this case to submit briefs by this Thursday. And then ultimately the Supreme Court on a fast track basis is going to make a decision on whether or not the FDA rule allowing mifepristone to be distributed via mail and through telemedicine remains in place while the underlying case works its way through the courts. Because the first time around the Supreme Court dismissed it on standing, these lawsuits on standing, this is something that is ripe to make its way to the Supreme Court to actually say what the law is going to be when it comes to this FDA rule.
Which, you know, I remember covering a story a few years ago, covering a lot of American women who were going down to Mexico to basically get access to this drug. And medicated abortions, I didn't realize, account for more than half of abortions in this country. So what does that mean then in terms of this lower court decision? I mean, could the Supreme Court reverse it?
So the Supreme Court can reverse it. Right now, we'll have to see the full panel will convene to make that decision on what happens with respect to the FDA regulation allowing for access to this particular pharmaceutical via telemedicine and mail. However, if the Fifth Circuit decision, which says, no, it's not going to be available and that while this lawsuit plays out, that would impact the country nationwide, Morgan, not just in Louisiana where this lawsuit is filed. It would be a nationwide ban on receiving these medications via mail and telemedicine, so significantly restricting access for many, many people. And I think a lot of people felt like this was whiplash between Friday and today. So obviously a need for some clarity, which will come to the Supreme Court. But I can't emphasize enough, this is just what the rule is going to be while the underlying lawsuit plays out. That will be the key in determining what the law is moving forward. And in the wake of the Dobbs decision, all of these other legal issues that are cropping up about access to these medications.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.